Yes, it feels good out there on a Friday afternoon. You're about to see some big numbers there behind Cedric Haynes, but don't expect it to last.
No, this is the season of change, isn't it, Cedric?
I love the way you put that because, yes, the change is going to be happening over the next 24 hours, and it's going to be kind of a shock. Now, the good news is once you get to this time of the year, the change necessarily doesn't last too long, but hey, we are definitely going to be kind of waking up to a different season by the time we go into our Saturday. But let's focus first on our Friday afternoon because we've got temperatures that are in the 60s still out there. 64 Dalton, 64 in Cleveland and Dayton, 65 Calhoun, 62 in Lafayette, 62 in Fort Payne, 60 in Blue Ridge. So warm pretty much all across the area. Now it is still in the mid 50s up along the plateau and also over towards the Blue Ridge Mountains. But hey, we've been with the wind. Notice the wind direction out of the north and west. That typically means cooler air is in place, but the cooler air is a little delayed. But delayed does not mean denied, and that cool air will eventually make its way here. Now, speaking of those winds earlier today, we've had wind gusts anywhere between 20 to 30 miles per hour this afternoon, but thankfully, we're not seeing necessarily those gusts consistently, so it's not horrible, but yeah, we watch out for a little bit of that breeze. You'll want to have two hands on the steering wheel this evening for your afternoon commute there, especially in those high-profile vehicles. Along with that northwesterly flow, you'll notice we still have some isolated showers. Now, what's happening is as some of that cool air is rushing into the mountains, we're getting some lift that's being created, and that's helping to create some of these isolated showers over the plateau. Some of this may spill down into the valleys over the next hour or two, but it's not expected to be a rainy night or anything like that. You can see this is just kind of one little wave of energy moving ahead of our next weather maker, which is going to be this next front. Behind this next front, we're going to see some cool air. Now, there is some colder air up to the north. That will stay to the north, but the cooler air will make its way down towards the south and affect us as we get towards, let's say, later into our Saturday. So for the rest of this evening, 67, not too bad, and we'll see our temperatures dropping through the low 60s into the 50s and 40s. Now, by tomorrow morning, you will wake up to a cooler start. Again, we're looking at those temperatures down into the mid to upper 30s to kick off our Saturday, and you're going to notice more changes as well throughout Saturday. We've got this weak disturbance moving through, so as it moves on in, it's going to create some clouds, a couple of spotty showers, maybe a snow flurry or two in the higher elevations. But the bigger story, we're going to be kind of sandwiched in between low pressure and high pressure, and that's like a wind tunnel, and that means it's going to be breezy, if not downright blustery as we go throughout our Saturday. The good news is, look at this, as we go into our Sunday, high pressure already giving that southerly flow, and we'll start warming those temperatures back up again. So as we go throughout your weekend, it's a split weekend. Clouds, breezy, a sprinkle or a flurry on your Saturday, much cooler as well. And then Sunday, mostly sunny and mild. We're back into the low 60s. And hey, that's not where we stop. In fact, as we go into next week, above average temperatures are likely. We're talking 70s here in the Tennessee Valley by the middle of next week. But that could lead to a concern for our next big thing, which could be the chance of severe thunderstorms as a pretty potent storm system moves in out of the plains and mid-west here as we go into Wednesday, especially by Wednesday night, that warm air clashing with that front. Yeah, we could have a line of strong to severe thunderstorms, so we got to pay close attention to that. But for now, let's focus on the weekend because I know that's what you're really concerned about. Cool, breezy, maybe a sprinkle or a flurry Saturday, much better Sunday, and then warming up into next week, guys.